is definitely there. Looking forward to getting out there this afternoon and getting going, like I said, against another really good team.
Nick, what's the I mean, they've lost, well, they're winless in conference, but I mean, the danger of facing a team like that that's really almost desperate or reeling for a win.
Yeah, I think that they're a really good team, and had some tough, close losses. That every team in this league is good, just like we talk about every week. So if you're not ready to play, especially a hungry team, it's well coached, they're playing at home. There would definitely be no looking past. I mean, we're winless in the league as well, and kind of similar in the same situation, hungry and need a win. So we'll go up there and we'll have a good week of practice and definitely respect the opponent and know that it's going to be a tough game.
They lost their leading rusher for an injury. How are their other running backs?
I think they're really good. The freshman running back is really talented. They were obviously lost Coppridge. So it was kind of running back by committee or who had the hot hand. So I know they lost the one guy, but the other backs that are running the ball are good backs, and I really like the freshman back that's playing. He's going to be a good player.
What's the status of Daquan, Aaron, and Jonathan?
All three of them will be out of practice today, but probably get a couple of those guys back to see how the week goes. I mean, with Aaron and Jonathan, it's it's like more of like a whiplash injury. So today, Monday, we always err on the caution on Monday as far as if you're on there, you're going to probably be getting treatment and out there. They'll be out there doing some things, but not actually in the practice. So, and then Daquan's more of a leg injury. So they're all in here. We were lifting and everything today. So hope to get them all back, but as the week goes, we'll see.
And what about DeAndre?
DeAndre is looking good too. I mean, he lifted today, and same thing. We'll early in the week see how he's feeling, but hope to get him back as well.
Looked like at least two guys stepped up, like with Reed and Watson. Can you comment on their play?
Yeah, both of those guys are playing at a high level. Really feel like, I've said this before, that we have 6 starting linebackers. They all play just about the same amount of reps. In fact, that group with Reed and Watson and Cody Kreider probably took more reps than the other guys in the second half. When we were getting those 3 and outs, that was the group that was in there getting those 3 and outs. And Kyron's a physical player, runs down on kickoff, plays a lot of special teams, and has gotten better each and every week. And then Aaron Reed, same thing. He's a freshman, first year playing. So you'd like to see that happen. You get 4 games under your belt, kind of get your feet wet, start to figure things out, start playing a little faster, start playing confident. Physically, he's as good as anybody that we have. I mean, he's big, he's long, he's strong, he's fast. So excited to see him continue to get better.
When you guys started airing it out a little bit in the second half, you started having more success. This week, I mean, will you be more aggressive offensively, going for the big plays, so to say?
I think that we've got to continue to be balanced, and we continue to do that. I thought we had some good things going in the running game. Obviously, like I've said, we have a lot of receivers, and we want to get them the ball as well. So I think it's all about your game plan, and that's what we're putting together right now, and seeing what the defense gives you, and seeing what's there, and you got to take what's there. So I think that it's just about timing and whether you throw it down the field or whatever. You got to be able to protect the quarterback, and it took too many sacks. So we got to clean some of that up, and some of that's with play calling and making sure you're not putting your guys in bad situations. So a lot of things to build on from last game, I thought, but a lot of things that we've got to get corrected, and so that's what this week of practice is for. And you'd like to see us take that next step again. I thought we got better from Northern Iowa to South Dakota State, and you'd like to see us, get even better this week.
You played some good defenses, but do you look at your offensive line as struggling in one area, or what do you think about those 5 right now?
I feel good about them. I think that sack wise, Some of that is on us, a little bit of quarterback hanging on to the football too long, knowing when you just got to throw the ball away. And we got to continue to get better at that, protecting him a little bit. So I like where we're at. We gave up some pressures, as far as, individually on the offensive line, which, comes with playing. A lot of those guys are young, and we've played some good defensive linemen as well. So you got to give the team that we're playing credit. But I feel good about those guys. We continue to play 7 guys. So we just got to keep getting better in all areas, and that's one area we got to, clean up. But I feel good about the guys we're putting out there.
How much importance do you put on the run game to try to alleviate some of the
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you running the football, I mean, any coach is going to stand up here. If you'd love to be able to sit there and run the ball, and we'll continue to do that. Feel like we have a lot of good backs, and we're deep at that position, and got to do a better job of doing that too. So anytime you're balanced, it definitely keeps the defense, off balance, and so that's what you want to get to. Just it opens up play action pass, and it keeps them on their heels a little bit. So yeah, running the football is definitely important.
Josh Strahan was kind of blaming himself in his post game, but I don't see how anybody could blame somebody that threw for 500 and some yards.
Yeah.
It wasn't him.
No, definitely not. I mean, Josh had a really good game, and anytime you're a competitor and you put yourself in that position, there's always going to. I mean, I think we snapped it 94 times. You're going to have 6 or 8 plays you wish you had back out of almost 100 plays. I mean, I never played in a game where you went back and you watched the film and said, I wish I had that back. I wish I would have went to this side instead of working this side, or man, that was stupid, or whatever it was. I mean, that's playing the game. Josh is doing a great job for us. We wouldn't be in the positions we're in if it wasn't for Josh making some of those plays that he makes. I mean, a couple times in the first half, avoiding a rusher, looking downfield, find Billy Reed, moving in the pocket. He's got some moxie about him, flipping the ball to his check down and picking up 15 yards. A lot of those things that we take for granted, we wouldn't even be in the position without Josh. Josh is playing at a high level, and but he's a competitor, and he's the first guy in here, and he is hard on himself. That's why he's good. So, he's going to continue to get better at those small things, which makes you a great quarterback. So it's definitely not on Josh Strawn, that's for sure.
Do you see our offense that they could get even better than the 500 and some yards that we had against?
Yeah, I think that we definitely can get better because we can win games. Your offense isn't judged off how many yards you get or necessarily how many points you get. It's about winning as a team, and whether you're in a shootout like last week where you needed to score a couple more times and we didn't get that done when we had the opportunities. So yeah, could have got better in those areas, or it's a game where you got to control the ball and give your defense the best chance. So we can definitely get better, and that comes with coaching as well. We can coach better and continue to. I mean, we're just as hard as anybody on ourselves. You got to go back there, and everybody's got to look themselves in the mirror. Myself as the play caller, and get better, and we will. And that's what I like about this group is they're hungry and are willing to continue to take coaching and get better and learn from their mistakes.
Josh has run the ball a little bit more the last 2 games. How much is that him deciding to run, or you trying to add that in to the offense a little bit more this year?
I think it's Josh, that when the opportunity's there, it's been the same in the first few games. There's always an opportunity, but yeah, pulling it down and running. Josh is an athlete. I think you see that whenever he scrambles and gets out of the pocket. So he's definitely an able runner. And it's different than we're not calling a bunch of designed runs for him, but he's an athlete that can pull the ball and go get yards. So it's been good to see him do that.
Illinois State, they had 2 big ones to start the season. I mean, one was against a Big Ten team, and they've had some injuries and they're playing some young guys. But what stands out about their struggles over the last 3 to 4 games?
I think it's first, I mean, anytime you go to Northwestern and you win, you've got a solid team they've been, those guys that are playing. They do have a lot of guys that have been around, that have won a lot of games and seen what it takes to win. And so I think that they've gotten caught, losing some close games. I mean, the Eastern Illinois game, Indiana State at Indiana State by 1 point. Even last week, I mean, you go into the game, I think they got the lead 6-3 in the fourth quarter. So they're sitting around saying the same type of things, play here, play there. They're, sitting at 4-2 or whatever they could be, and everybody's talking. I mean, they've been ranked in the country every single week, and they're sitting there probably a top 15 team. So that's the type of team that we're playing. They're 5-6 plays away from, being a top 15 team and everybody feeling good. But that's what we talk about every week is playing in this league. The margin for error is pretty small, and so we definitely know who we're going to play against, and we're 0-2 in the league as well, and we know the importance that we've got to go up there and play a great game to win.
Illinois State did a pretty good job making Youngstown work for those points. They had 17-play drive, 2 9-play drives. What do you think you have to do defensively to make teams work harder for those points?
Yeah, I think that, like you said, I mean, not giving up the big play. Youngstown made them earn everything, and that's what you want to see out of your defense is not give up the big one, and get it over with. And you got to make them earn it all the way down the field. And once you get them in the red zone, make them kick field goals. And if they do go on a long drive and score on you, well, they earned it, And so we can get better at that. The past couple games is not coming back and looking on film and saying, we're right there to make the play, but we needed to be here or whatever. And that comes with, playing and getting better. And like I said, doing it in practice every single day. So, I think just staying away from giving up the big plays, just like we talk on offense. You want to get explosive plays, but on defense, you want to limit the explosive plays and make them earn it.
Are guys, for the most part, in the right place, then you're saying?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, even those, like I said, a couple of the big pass plays, that's a couple big guys that, are running down the field. You feel good about being in position. Sometimes being in position still doesn't work against those guys. So we're going to go back and just keep practicing on your technique. Some of those things are as simple as, hey, you better be on his inside shoulder, not his outside shoulder, and don't give him the inside release and make him go outside. Little things like that. And it's technique. It's watching film and trusting the scheme that's called. And but yeah, we've got guys in the right spots, and got to understand, situational football, down a distance, what formation, what they're trying to do to you, and we'll continue to get better at that.
When you watch their quarterback, what stands out to you compared to the other quarterbacks you played this year?
I think he's a good quarterback. Obviously he saw some of him last year when he had to come fill in as a freshman and did a really good job, won some games. I think that they feel really good about him. I mean, he's going to play a lot of football for Illinois State, and he's he won a lot of games in high school. He's a good athlete, and he throws a good ball, and I think that he's a really good quarterback. And so we've got our work cut out for us. They're going to run the football, and they also can throw the football. So we've got to go up there and execute our game plan. And but he's definitely a guy that can make you pay if you let him.
Does he generally stay right behind the center, or do they move him around at times?
They'll move him around. I mean, they're a multiple offense. He can sit back there in the pocket and throw the football. But like I said, I think he's a good athlete that they will move him around and move the pocket for him a little bit. So he's a good quarterback, and just like every single week in this league, I mean, they're going to do the things to his strengths. They want to run the ball, and I think, like I said, I think they found a good one in the freshman that's playing, and so we got to be ready for their best shot.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Appreciate it.